morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Link Group, Link Forum and Coalition Group in Leeds, West Yorkshire. Thank you for joining us in this forum. Dear Mrs May, you should do your best to stick to the people's Brexit. There's no doubt that in our democracy we chose to leave the customs union and the single market. We understand you can't say what results to go for exactly, and some statement of some element of compromise may be necessary. What working people want is most important, not just the high flyers, but those who from the left behind parts of the country must also be considered. You must try to tailor the result to fit what's required. You must try to tailor the result to fit everyone's needs and not just those pushed forward by the mainly Oxford-Cambridge-based cabinet think tank, which really runs the country, and their needs, not just the neoliberal needs of these Oxford-Cambridge types. It's not good enough. This is the problem that exists now, and you begin to make it look like it will still exist after Brexit. As you endeavour to give a lead that puts only a small section of government thinking to lead us away from the needs of many, many people, it seems you want to replace the EU with Westminster and put us all into more private debt. Private debt, yes. Steve, the economist guy, Steve Keen, I think it is, who says that we are into private debt. Many people are. They work 3-4 jobs just to keep the mortgage payments going. Very hard work indeed. And what are they getting for it? Anyway, you want to replace the EU with Westminster and put us all into more private debt. So that's what I'm talking about. And the £39 billion, use it to train youngsters here. And not to keep the EU alive, but to pay the youngsters so they can get training and not be stuck in the benefits trap. Let them get out of it, let them find the work for themselves and help them. A lot of people retired from teaching, retired from all sorts of things, can be helping these trainings to take place. Do you pay to leave a tennis club? No, you do not. And do you pay to keep the EU alive? Yes, you do, because that's what Theresa May wants us to do. And she's not keeping to all the rules. We're not going to leave the Brexit. We're not going to leave the customs union. We're not going to leave the single market. We're going to be in it and paying to be in that position as well. So let's try to get out of this thing. Let's make a new start on life. And I think now with Rees-Mogg, Jacob Rees-Mogg, he's saying the truth now. We've got to do these things. It's not number 10. It's not Downing Street should be running this thing, but the Parliament should be running this, and it should be listened to, and not just the Conservative Party with its higgledy-piggledy, very upset and very uncertain stance that it's taking. But anyway, that's it really. I've gone well over the time. Thanks a lot for listening. And do look at our website, bizbodysoul.org. And there we can find you more things. We can tell you we're having 3 events this year. 4 events, sorry. Spring, summer, autumn, Christmas, winter event. And you're very welcome. We're going to try to stretch it over the weekends, which will be shown to you on the websites. Thanks a lot for listening, and enjoy the rest of your evening.